Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna cover fixing some tires. So here we go. This is a side-by-side tire. This is a 32-inch stock Can-Am Maverick R ITP tire. These tires don't have the strongest sidewalls. We cut the sidewall in King of the Hammers last year. Just let my daughter race it in the Youth 1000 class. And we cut the sidewall right here. Another tire that is very common to get sidewall punctures is a BFG 42-inch red. Now in this particular video, it took some of the rubber off but didn't cut through the threads. So we're gonna go ahead and put a patch on those threads just to save the rest of this tire. So these are two tires that we're gonna try at this point. When I filmed this, it was months ago. Long time ago. Both these tires have held up great, and I'm going to show how I fixed them and what tool I used to fix them. So super easy, anybody can do it. Really easy, cheap and easy to order off eBay. There's a little bit of trial and error to this, so I'm just playing around with it, trying to get better at fixing some of these tires, because we all know tires are one of the most expensive parts about off-roading. So anytime you can save them and get a little bit more life out of them is definitely worth your time. I'll also say these fixes should only be used in off-road applications only, and not for over the highway. They're not for high-speed highway use. Any damage to a sidewall on anything used on the highway, you should just get new tires, because this is for off-road use only. What the process is. So first you got to buy this hot vulcanizer. These are super cheap. You can find them on eBay for like $100. Then what we need is this cushion gum compound. This is what's going to be our rubber filler material. We also need some vulcanizing cement. These are what clamp onto the tire, or onto the hot iron, onto the tire to spread the heat out. So that's what we're going to try and do today. All this stuff you can buy on Amazon or eBay. It's actually really cheap. Now I tried this before and I failed. I tried it with just heat alone. And what happened is it did not fully vulcanize. I forgot one vital step. I forgot to use the vulcanizing cement. So what we're going to do in this video today, we're going to try to do this with the vulcanizing cement. Okay. So here we are. We've got a sidewall gash right up here, kind of in the tread, and it's a pretty good leaker. So what we're going to do, we're going to grind this down. We're going to grind this out. We're going to take our grinder with our rubber wheel, and we're going to gouge this out a bit, and then we're going to kind of flatten this down so we have somewhere to put the filler material. Just kind of flatten this out right there a little bit. And we're going to try and fill it, and then we'll put a boot on the inside. And by doing this, once we do that, then we're going to use the good sidewall as the outside of the tire. That's always my plan with this. Just the one that you're repairing, always put on the inside so it doesn't hit rocks as much, so that repair isn't rubbing the rocks as much. So when you look at a tire like this one's only ever been mounted this way. So you look on the inside, look at all these tread blocks are still square. These are rounded. That's how much you get those sidewalls into the rocks and such. So you wear them down a lot more than you think you would. So that's why I always put the repairs on the inside of the tire. This is a UTV tire that we cut a hole in out at King of the Hammers. We're going to try and repair this one as well. Alright, so what we did with our grinder wheel, we took our grinder wheel, we've got it egg shaped out. Now what I'm going to do is clean up these threads, cut the broken threads out. So I ground it down to kind of an egg shape, and I got rid of all the damaged threads. It kind of went down and then sideways right there too. So everything I read says you want to remove those damaged threads. All right, so we took our grinding wheel, we got that all egg shaped out. Then what I'm going to do is put a little glue. I'm going to take some of this PVC, or some of this vulcanizing cement. We'll put that one there. Then I will put this one on top of it. and we'll try to melt them together and see what happens. The tire iron only has one setting. You just turn it on, and I left it on there for at least about 3 hours, and then I wrap a welding blanket around it to keep the heat in, and that seemed to work pretty good. I used a rubber boot on the inside with just regular vulcanizing cement to seal the inside. You could also use another outside patch for the inside too. We are going to bake it for 3 hours. See how this works. All right, so we got this tire back cooking under the welding blanket. That tire over there, we got the tire boot on, and we're gonna let it dry. And what we've done, this is the UTV tire. You can see in there, we got our patch on the inside. Now that was a year ago. Okay, we're going into the next King of the Hammers, and I was able to fix this sidewall, and it's still holding air today, almost a year later. All right, what I'm doing tonight, trying to patch the sidewall on a BFG red. This tire is Gabe Wellfelt. It's not through the threads, so really all we have to do is melt some of the filler. You know, take some of this filler and fill it in right there and melt it in. It's not like this other tire, which was all the way through the threads. So we're gonna try the hot vulcanize on this, see how it works out. And what I'm doing is just kind of cleaning it up a little bit with this grinding wheel. So I put some glue on there, sprinkle some of that rubber that we've got on there. And we'll just try to get it to fill in there and melt into that cut. And try and put a fair amount in there. This tire had as many as 3 different damaged areas, so I was using little pieces of rubber to try to fill in the smaller damaged areas. I also pushed up on the tire to get the rubber to fall in the crack a bit more. And the glue does seem to help the rubber bond. So I'm liking how that's working. All right, so here's tire number 2. Overall, I think it's pretty good. It's a little shiny in this light, but in real life, it doesn't look that shiny. It's not perfect. You could probably grind it a little bit. You can see right here, there was a cut. Right here, there's a really big gouge. And this was gouged from here to here. So the thing is with this tire, what we did is just fill all this in. This one, this should still seal right here. This bead should still seal okay. You know, this area is a bead protector, but this is kind of the steel surface. Might just want to clean that up just a little bit, but I think it'll be okay.